We're looking for you every week for 2 fast-moving hours. We check out who's hot and who's on the way to the fast lane. We'll also take a look behind the hits with the latest music news on the inside track. My Backstage Pass always gets us a behind-the-scenes audience with the biggest stars, and the Hit Pick Hotline lets you vote on the week's feature pick. Be here. You're on track with America's top hits, the ones moving into the fast track. I'm Dave Sholin, and I also spin you into the future with a look at 6 fresh new up-and-comers. We'll peel off the wraps on the biggest CD of the week, and we'll take you backstage as we talk with 2 of the week's hottest stars. It's all happening right here. Hi, I'm Dave Sholin, and thanks for checking out this Fast Track demo from Radio Today Entertainment. Each week, we've got 2 hours packed with the week's hottest music, the ones that everybody's talking about, and the songs that'll be moving up tomorrow. The pace is fast and bright, interspersed with tightly produced behind-the-scene music news segments, along with Backstage Pass interviews with 2 of the top hit makers. Along with the best songs of the week, I mix in my 6 hit picks, the ones that'll be making some big moves in the near future. The same predictions I stake my ears on every week as Top 40 editor of the Gavin Report. Take a listen to a sample of a past Fast Track.
Walk on the ocean, step on the
Toad the Wet Sprocket with my second hit pick for future Fast Track, and Walk on the Ocean comes from their album called Fear, when they began recording the night the Persian Gulf War began.
Fast Track with Dave Sholin.
Hot track by hot track, that's how we do it. Today's best and the hit hopefuls of tomorrow. U2's in that category this week with yet another release from Achtung Baby. Here's Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses, my 5th Fast Track pick of the week.
You're dangerous. It's rock and roll. Nobody tells you where to go,
Following up their last hit, Shiny Happy People, great song, R.E.M. Out for a Drive, with a song I think will have a spot on the Fast Track real soon.
Fast Track with Dave Sholin.
Each week, your listeners even get a chance to vote on one of my picks, the feature pick. Here's how it works. I'm Dave Sholin, and my feature pick comes from the duo Shakespeare's Sister, who named their album Hormonally Yours on purpose. Marcella Detroit and Siobhan Fahey say they wanted to portray a slightly unstable, extreme kind of female. Don't know if this song represents that, but I'm looking for your feel on it. The toll-free number in the USA is 1-800-877-HITS. So punch up the Hit Pick hotline now on your touch-tone phone and turn up Shakespeare's Sister's latest I Don't Care. Give it a yes or a no at 1-800-877-4487. To pull you in even closer, twice each hour I clip on my Backstage Pass and get the story straight from some of Fast Track's biggest stars.
Fast Track.
Dave Sholin here, tracking America's fastest moving hits and taking you backstage with one talented Cuban-born singer-songwriter.
My whole name, Juan Francisco Cicada Ramirez. That's why I came up with John Cicada.
I'm Dave Sholin, taking you behind the scenes now to hear from one of the hottest female soul groups around, En Vogue.
I was doing everything, but soul was not something I was very good at. I mean, I did jazz.
I'm Dave Sholin with America's Fast Track and Hits, and my Backstage Pass gets us in close with one of the week's hit makers, Richard Marx.
My inspiration is what happened to me yesterday. My inspiration is...
Bon Jovi is back in the fast lane with a song that means a lot to the band. And David Bryan says Keep the Faith has more than one meaning.
I guess it's twofold. It's about us It's about the world. It's a good message. It keeps up with the positive.
Every week, Fast Track pulls the wraps off one of the week's top-selling CDs and gives you a track-by-track taste of what's inside. I'm Dave Sholin, taking a deep breath now as I expose Madonna's new album, Erotica. Those who've seen Madonna's video for Erotica or her new photo book, Sex, can probably guess the theme that runs through this album. She cleverly includes a hit made popular by Peggy Lee in the 50s, the McCoys in the 60s, and now it's Madonna giving a hip-hop spin to Fever.
You give me fever.
Madonna deserves to get a Common Sense Award for deciding to issue two versions of this album, censored for those with more conservative tastes and uncensored for the free-spirited. In either form, it's one worth listening to carefully, starting with the opening title song, the steamy Erotica. It's Madonna on the Fast Track. Twice each hour, we take you on the inside track for all the up-to-date music news, along with celebrity birthdays, tour dates, album release info, group insights, and just plain off-the-wall stories. Remember those guys? Rob Pilatus and Fab Morvan say they are very happy to have a second chance at a singing career. They say having to confess to being a lip-sync act and returning their Milli Vanilli Grammy makes them very humble.
I got my mind set on you.
George Harrison found a clever way to kill some time at the airport recently. He ran into General Norman Schwarzkopf at Kennedy Airport, and the two teamed up to lead a sing-along when fellow Concorde passengers were stranded in New York for 6 hours.
You're just another part of me.
Something new for Michael Jackson fans that's nothing to sniff at. It seems Michael has created a line of fragrances. Birthday shouts going out this week to Art Garfunkel, who's 52, Dave Loggins is 45, Glenn Fry, 44, Bonnie Raitt, 43. Fast Track covers it all. Today's hits, tomorrow's prospects, and even a touch of yesterday.
Round, round, get around.
Looking back on this week in rock and roll history, the Beach Boys appear on Ed Sullivan's Show in 1964. 1 year later, the Beatles are immortalized on a new TV cartoon series. 23 years ago this week, a London newspaper prints a story suggesting Paul McCartney is dead. A publicity stunt? Now, who knows? But it was the same week the Beatles released their new Abbey Road album. Just 3 years ago, the very much alive Paul McCartney kicks off his first world tour in 13 years. It was 12 years ago that Led Zeppelin called it quits after the death of their drummer.
Rocky Mountain High.
And this week in 1988, John Denver hoped for more. And topping off Fast Track, a fast-moving climax to the top song of the week. Backtracking 5 years ago with Billy Idol and Moni Moni. I'm Dave Sholin, and this week the song coming out on top is from television. It's nothing new to find hit music on the tube. Remember Hawaii Five-0 from the late 60s? How about the mid-70s Rockford Files? And another cop show called SWAT. In 1981, The Greatest American Hero even topped the charts.
Believe it or not,
And it seems like yesterday that we turned on the tube and turned up the sounds of Jan Hammer's Miami Vice theme. This week, the Fast Track Trophy goes to a song that the TV group The Heights put on the map, and it's America's best for the second week in a row. How Do You Talk to an Angel? It all happens every week on the Fast Track, delivered on compact disc from Radio Today Entertainment.
Fast Track.